The air crackled with anticipation as Canada approached April 28, 2025. This federal election promised to be one of the most consequential in the nation's history. Canadians prepared to cast their votes, their collective voice poised to shape the country's future. This election was not merely about choosing a new government. It was about defining Canada's identity on the global stage and navigating a world grappling with change. This election carried the weight of uncertainty and the promise of renewal. The global political landscape shifted beneath Canada's feet. The rise of populism, economic anxieties, and the ever-present shadow of their southern neighbor loomed large. Canadians sought stability, leadership, and a clear vision for the future. At the heart of this political drama stood two figures vying for the highest office: Mark Carney, the incumbent Liberal Prime Minister, and Pierre Poilievre, the Conservative leader. Carney, a former banker with a global reputation, ascended to the Prime Minister's office just months ago following Justin Trudeau's resignation. He offered a steady hand and a wealth of experience on the world stage. However, his political inexperience and perceived aloofness raised questions about his ability to connect with everyday Canadians. Poilievre, in contrast, was a political veteran. He served nearly 2 decades in Parliament, honing his skills as a fierce critic of the Liberal government. His fiery rhetoric and populist message resonated with Canadians disillusioned by the status quo, but his confrontational style and often divisive language alienated some voters who craved unity and collaboration. The specter of former US President Donald Trump hung heavy over the election. His previous comments about Canada, from trade tariffs to suggestions of annexation, sparked outrage and fueled a surge of patriotism. The Elbows Up movement, born in response to Trump's rhetoric, swept the nation. It became a rallying cry for Canadian unity and self-reliance. Beyond Trump, Canadians grappled with a host of pressing issues. The economy, while stable, faced uncertainty in a rapidly changing global landscape. Climate change remained a top concern, with voters demanding action on environmental protection. Healthcare, always a paramount issue, took on new urgency as the population aged. As Election Day dawned, a palpable sense of anticipation hung in the air. Canadians flocked to polling stations across the country, their voices joining the chorus of democracy. The increased number of seats in the House of Commons, now at 343, added another layer of complexity to the electoral map. With 172 seats needed for a majority, every vote carried significant weight. Early results trickled in, painting an inconclusive picture. The Liberals appeared poised to hold on to a significant portion of their seats, buoyed by strong support in Atlantic Canada. The Conservatives, however, made inroads in key battleground provinces, fueled by Poilievre's populist message. As the night wore on, it became clear that the final result would hinge on a handful of closely contested ridings.